Mama, some more coming. Y'all gonna have to get some more food, Ray.
This had to fit in my trunk this morning. It couldn't fit in the refrigerator. If somebody else wants some, I gotta go.
Y'all go. I'm about to put y'all on Facebook.
I didn't know what to think. Like, I was just on the phone with her and telling her I was just about to come meet her in like 10 to 15 minutes to get ready for a ride-out that we were having today.
Tonia Brown says she was headed to meet her cousin, 27-year-old Rita Johnson, on Wednesday afternoon when her grandmother called, asking about rumors of a shooting. Moments later, she saw footage of Rita's car on the news. Police believe the shooting was targeted. The siblings were in separate vehicles outside of a relative's home on McKinney Street, and the suspect was on foot. That's all investigators are saying at this point.
In the mid-hours of May 20, 2025, Detroit police would respond to a multiple shooting on McKinney Street. What they found was a scene of devastation. 2 parked vehicles riddled with bullets, the lifeless bodies of a man and a woman inside. But the most haunting of all was the 1-month-old baby crying in the back seat, miraculously spared from a total of 12 gunshots. Just moments earlier, 33-year-old Ray Johnson had been live on Facebook, streaming to hundreds of viewers who couldn't look away.
Tell him set up a boxing match. I'm gonna go boxing with his mama on a beater and a ski mask and beat him in that bitch. Nah, and tell him this is what your mama should have did.
He carried himself as if nothing in the world could touch him. But beneath the banter, something darker was brewing, and he was about to pay with his life. But he won't be the only target. Rita had left home with her baby that morning for a ride out with her cousin, not knowing she was about to be caught up in a deadly feud that would cost her life and render her child motherless.
They feeding the community. Ray did this.
My son spent a lot of good money. Yes, you don't got no chips in there? Yes, it's right there.
This is the life and death of Rita and Ray Johnson. Ray Johnson was born in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit was all he really knew. It was the city where he grew up, where he built friendships, where he made enemies, and where he spent most of his life. People around him knew him by several nicknames. Some called him Ray, others called him Dote. Online, many people knew him as Ray Oilbase. By 2025, Ray was 33 years old, but life had not always been easy for him. Like many people growing up in difficult neighborhoods, Ray experienced challenges from a young age. He spent years around street culture and eventually found himself in legal trouble. Records and social media posts show that Ray spent time incarcerated, including a period that began around 2012 and another stretch later in life. While he was behind bars, he wrote messages that gave people a glimpse into how he viewed himself. In one note, Ray described himself as someone who stayed strong no matter what happened. He spoke proudly about keeping quiet, standing tall, and surviving difficult situations. And to many people who knew him, that attitude defined him. Ray was confident. Some would say extremely confident. Others would say stubborn. Either way, he was the kind of person who rarely backed down from an argument. Tragically, it would be one of such arguments that Ray would trigger someone who had a deadly plan for him. After returning home, Ray focused on making money and building his businesses. He ran a landscaping business. He's also worked with cars. According to people who knew him, he enjoyed being his own boss and earning money through his own efforts. But even while working, Ray still carried the same personality that had followed him for years. He spoke his mind. He often said exactly what he was thinking, and he wasn't afraid of confrontation. Family was important to Ray. Rita was born several years after Ray and grew up in the same Detroit environment. By 2025, she was 27 years old. Unlike her older brother, Rita was remembered by friends and family for her kindness. People described her as someone who would help anyone. If someone needed support, Rita would try to provide it. If someone was struggling, she would listen. Family members later said she was the kind of person who would give away her last dollar or the clothes off her back if she thought it would help someone else.
Our stuff.
Oh my God, so you want to take my stuff?
That wasn't for all you. Like,
You are
He said
grateful.
I'm gonna give you some money to get your mama a gift. So he gave you $5 for me?
You weird. I'm not giving you nothing else. I swear to God.
Oh my God. Okay, thank you. But I'm worth $5. He gave the money for me.
He didn't give you all the money for you. What are you talking
So
about?
he told you go give me a $5 special.
However, just weeks before the tragedy, Rita had been celebrating something special. She had become a mother. She had given birth to a baby boy. The newborn quickly became the center of her world. Like many new mothers, Rita spent her days caring for her child, talking about him, and planning for the future. Friends said she was excited about motherhood. She loved her son deeply. Even though life wasn't always easy, she was focused on raising him and giving him opportunities. The bond between Ray and Rita was strong. They weren't simply siblings who saw each other on holidays. They spent time together regularly. They checked on one another. They supported each other. People close to the family often described them as extremely close. If Ray needed something, Rita was there. If Rita needed help, Ray showed up. That same closeness would become important on the day everything changed. As spring turned into summer in 2025, tensions were growing around Ray. The source of those tensions appeared to involve a long-running conflict with another Detroit man named Herschel Walker, an aspiring rapper. According to discussions that circulated online, the root of the disagreement may be traced back to a situation involving a woman, specifically, a history between Ray's child's mother and someone connected to Herschel. Exactly how the conflict began remains unclear, but what is clear is that by May 2025, the situation had become very public. Social media turned the disagreement into something much larger. People took sides, friends joined conversations, comments spread from one page to another, and before long, hundreds of people were watching the drama unfold online. On May 18, 2 days before the shooting, Ray began posting messages directed at people involved in the dispute. The posts were aggressive. He challenged people, he mocked people, and he made it clear that he wasn't interested in backing down. Later that same day, he made another post, but this time it was directed at none other than Herschel Walker. In the post, he called out Herschel for starting arguments online instead of facing them in real life. Not only that, he also publicly challenged him to a boxing match. Ray said they could settle their issues in the ring, but the online exchanges didn't stop there. A few hours later, Ray made another post, this time tagging 2 people, and yet again putting Herschel Walker's name to the post. He told them that since both had said he should calm down, and because Herschel supposedly carried himself like a stand-up guy, they should tell Herschel to meet him in a boxing ring. He proposed a $2,000 fight, and after that, they could leave the whole situation alone. If you thought that was the end, you would be mistaken, because Ray was spiraling. Ray went even further, directly calling out Herschel, saying he had already been forced out of the neighborhood. He told him to either put the gloves on or stay quiet. Ray claimed he had physically dominated Herschel before, saying Herschel had grabbed his legs, lost his belongings, and never fought back. He insisted that he had bullied Herschel, even posting a photo of his deceased mother, and yet Herschel still hadn't done anything except talk on Facebook. Ray said Herschel was truly scared of him, and he closed by declaring that he didn't need to call anyone for backup, because his enemies couldn't call anyone either. At this point, many people felt he was crossing a line. Friends and followers urged him to stop. They told him the situation was becoming dangerous. Ray refused. He continued posting. The next day, May 19, the argument intensified. Herschel had been watching Ray's post, and now he responded. He posted a video clip of Ray with this caption. Ray appeared determined to keep pushing the conflict further, was ready with a clapback. He replied. Again, people told him to slow down. Again, he ignored them.
Oh, Riri, tell her to make sure they open. I'm not playing. I'm gonna get fresh as hell till they get dead ass mama on my clothes. Keep playing, I'm gonna go get her name airbrushed on me some white lows. I'm not playing, and I'm coming with the full safety mask on. I'll keep mine red. Tell him set up a boxing match. I'm gonna go boxing with his mama on a beater in a ski mask and beat him in. Nah, and tell him this is what your mama should have did. Yeah, she just stole. You gotta go right now. Everybody talking about chill out. What chill mean? I don't know what chill mean. That's what tell me chill out. I'm bringing a problem to y'all. And flat out. Give a about that brothers, mamas, nobody. He shouldn't have been talking. So I'm a troll all day. And if y'all feel some type of way, come get trolled on too. Or y'all can get beat on. Like I said, he's dead, baby. He's dead, mama. That ash is like on the tip of this blunt.
In several posts and live streams, Ray insisted he wasn't afraid of anyone. He repeatedly said that nobody was going to do anything to him. He claimed he could go wherever he wanted without worrying about consequences. The confidence was impossible to miss. And the posts were not slowing down. Some viewers saw strength, others saw recklessness. But almost everyone agreed on one thing: the situation was escalating. But here's one thing Ray didn't know: you never know who might take your actions personally, or what they're prepared to do about it. By this point, people who knew Ray were starting to get nervous. Some told him to chill, to take the post down, to just let it go before things got worse. But nothing prepared them for what Ray would say next. He addressed those suggestions directly. He said he didn't even listen to his own mother, so he definitely wasn't about to listen to anyone else. His words showed just how determined he was to stand his ground, no matter the warnings.
Hey, man. Nigga, stupid. Hey, why is a nigga always on this trying to create a narrative like, man, y'all want to play Facebook gangster and all this? Bro, that ain't just you. We let you play Facebook gangster for months. We met up, we fought. We the one that landed a punch. And it was that. What am I fucking make a nigga wake up every day and just think about me? I got more property in the hood than you think. I'm in the hood every day. Like, a nigga wake up and think about Hirsch like the nigga, like, why? And then, like, y'all want to play internet gangster, I want to box and all this. Brother, what the are you talking about? Nobody is engaged into you. You got mad over your baby mama getting hit by one of my mans and that nigga lost his mind. It's just crazy, bro. And then y'all play so gangster on the net. You do all this for the internet. If you was gonna do something, you wouldn't even tell nobody. Just do it. You know where I'm at, but you rather ride up a block I own a house on. It's rented out. And you ride through here. Nobody's there at 3 in the morning. But you're gangster. Like, this ain't no gangster shit, bro. How around you allowing you that be gangster shit on now? Like, nigga, ride through here, I'm sliding. You don't know what sliding is? Sliding is you busting that gun sliding around here.
By the morning of May 20, the feud had consumed social media. That day already carried emotional meaning for Ray. He was preparing for a memorial event connected to someone close to him who had passed away years earlier. Family members were planning to gather the following day for a balloon release. But instead of focusing on those plans, Ray returned to social media. At 12:49 p.m., he made what would become his final post. The message sounded positive at first. He wished everyone a good day. Then he added a line that reflected the ongoing conflict, a line that reminded people he was still involved in the feud. Shortly afterward, Ray went live one final time. For nearly an hour, he talked with viewers. He spoke about his life. He spoke about growing up in Detroit. He spoke about his experiences. And he continued discussing the people he had been arguing with. Viewers watched him laugh, tell stories, and respond to comments. Nothing is but behavior suggested he believed he was in danger.
In the hood. My goddamn teeth hurting. I'm in the hood. Sunroof open. Motherfucking tooth is killing me. I'm outside at the park Dolo, man. Pulled up at the park to roll me a blunt, man. Just in case you niggas wanna know. Head down. Cause I don't give a you niggas don't do shit anyway. Told niggas out with the roof open. That's what the meant. I had to get my other phone so I could play my music. Sick, I broke the 14. I turned the music off. Cause they was playing bull on the radio.
When the live stream ended, Ray returned to his day. Tragically, that would be the last time he would be seen online. Around that same time, he was with Rita. The siblings were spending time together near a relative's home on McKinney Street, on Detroit's east side. Rita's one-month-old baby was also with them. The afternoon seemed ordinary. 2 siblings, a newborn child, family nearby. But while they were parked outside, someone else was moving through the neighborhood. someone who had apparently chosen that moment to act. At approximately 1:48 p.m., Detroit's ShotSpotter system detected gunfire. 9 shots rang out, then 3 more followed. A total of 12 shots echoed through the area. Within minutes, police rushed to the scene. There, on McKinney Street, they found 2 vehicles parked near a relative's home. Inside those vehicles were Ray Johnson and Rita Johnson. Both had been shot multiple times, and both were pronounced dead at the scene.
A baby found alive at the scene will now have to grow up without his mother. We first brought you this double McKinney Street as breaking news last night at 6. Well, now, 24 hours later, 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham is following up with the victim's family and learning why it may have been a case of wrong place, wrong time.
The victims gunned down here on McKinley Street in broad daylight had been identified by family as Ray and Takoria Rita Johnson. For their cousin, Tonia Brown, the loss is immeasurable.
That girl was like my sister. We were together every day. Like, you see her face, you see mine. She was a good spirit. She'd help anybody. She'd get her clothes off her back.
Tonia Brown says she was headed to meet her cousin, 27-year-old Rita Johnson, on Wednesday afternoon when her grandmother called, asking about rumors of a Moments later, she saw footage of Rita's car on the news.
Thankfully, Rita's 1-month-old baby was safe, who was found in the back seat of one of the vehicles, was found unharmed, and later taken to live with family. Police later confirmed that the shooter had been on foot. Whoever it was walked up to 2 parked vehicles, opened fire, and then disappeared into the night. There were no arrests, so suspect description, and investigators were left trying to piece together what had happened and who was responsible. While police worked the streets, the internet began its own investigation. People online quickly turned their attention to a post Herschel had made weeks earlier, on May 18th. In that post, Herschel shared a video clip of Ray, mocking him by calling him the definition of an internet tough guy. He even suggested that some people don't realize they're acting like informants, even when it's obvious. That post sparked a heated exchange in the comments. Ray had closed the back and forth with 4 chilling words: "I will see you." That last line carried weight. Depending on who said it and who read it, it could mean anything: a casual remark, a threat, or a promise. And after the suspicious shooting on McKinney Street, people weren't letting it go. Even before the gunfire, Herschel had gone live on social media, where he had talked about the real root of the beef. He brought up the situation involving Ray's child's mother and one of his associates, and he openly called Ray a snitch. After the incident, Herschel went live again. This time he didn't say much, just sat in his car chilling. To some it looked like nothing, to others it felt like a message. What truly raised eyebrows was a post Herschel made just days after the murders. On Facebook he wrote that he had 500 for it. The meaning wasn't clear, but the timing made people uneasy. Many who saw the post began speculating that he might have been hinting at some kind of connection to the killings. For the community, it was chilling. The words seemed careless, almost taunting, and they fueled suspicion at a time when emotions were already running high. Online discussions quickly spread, with some insisting it was nothing more than bravado, while others believed it could be a clue pointing toward involvement. Whether Herschel intended it as a joke, a boast, or something more, the damage was done. His post added another layer of tension to an already tragic situation, leaving people to wonder if the truth about the murders was hiding in plain sight. As of June 2026, no arrests or formal charges have been made in the double homicide of siblings 33-year-old Ray Johnson and 27-year-old Rita Johnson. Investigators continue to treat the case as a targeted attack, one they believe was connected to a social media feud involving Ray. Within 24 hours of the May 20 shooting, police had identified a person of interest, but the suspects remain at large and the case is still under active investigation. For the Johnson family, the pain only grew as the days passed. Ray was gone, Rita was gone, and Rita's baby, just 1 month old, would now grow up without his mother. Family members struggled to understand how everything had changed so quickly. Just hours earlier, Ray had been online, laughing, posting, arguing. Then suddenly, it was all over. News of the killings spread quickly across Detroit. Friends gathered to mourn, sharing old photos and memories. Family members spoke about Rita's kindness, her helpful nature, and her love for her baby. Again and again, people described her as someone who would help anyone in need. Many were devastated by the fact that she had nothing to do with the feud that had been unfolding online. To them, she was an innocent victim caught in the middle of someone else's conflict. Loved ones kept repeating the same thought. Rita should still be here. She should have been spending time with her baby, planning for the future. Instead, her family was preparing for a funeral. The loss felt impossible to accept. One cousin later spoke publicly about the shock of that day, explaining that she had spoken to Rita shortly before the shooting and had even planned to meet her. Then came the phone call, then the news reports, then the realization that her cousin was gone. The community felt the loss too.
That girl was like my sister. We were together every day. Like, you see her face, you see mine. She was a good spirit. She'd help anybody. She'd get her clothes off her back.
Tonia Brown says she was headed to meet her cousin, 27-year-old Rita Johnson, on Wednesday afternoon when her grandmother called, asking about rumors of a shooting. Moments later, she saw footage of Rita's car on the news.
I didn't know what to think. Like, I was just on the phone with her and telling her I was just about to come meet her in like 10 to 15 minutes to get ready for a rideout that we were having today.
In a cruel twist of fate, Rita and her brother, 33-year-old Ray Johnson, were preparing to gather the very next day for a balloon release, marking nearly 4 years since a friend died in a car crash. Now they are being mourned. Police believe the shooting was targeted. The siblings were in separate vehicles outside of a relative's home on McKinney Street, and the suspect was on foot. That's all investigators are saying at this point. Brown believes the incident stemmed from a public feud online, a feud that Rita had no part of.
Across Detroit, people weren't just talking about the shooting itself, they were talking about everything that had led up to it. The arguments, the insults, the live streams, the public back and forth that thousands had watched unfold online. Many believe the case showed how dangerous online conflicts can become. Words on a screen may seem small, but they can carry consequences nobody sees coming.
Why is that your response? Do you think that makes you like a hero or make you tough? That makes you a target. You can never sleep good after that.
Activists like Pastor Mo Hardwick have been working to stop violence in the community, arguing that grabbing a gun does not solve disputes.
If you wanted to address the issue, I guarantee you when you shot them people, you did not address the issue. You just caused destruction, and ultimately on yourself.
Detroit police say no suspect is in custody and there's no suspect description. They're now reviewing area cameras and will continue to investigate.
I'm begging you, Detroit, calm down. Calm down. Whatever it was, it ain't worth their life in your life.
One community activist summed it up simply: violence doesn't solve problems. It only creates new ones. When someone picks up a weapon, the original issue doesn't disappear. Instead, more families are broken, more children lose parents, and more loved ones are left grieving. As investigators pressed forward, the public searched for answers. Who was responsible? Why had it happened? Could it have been prevented? Surveillance footage was reviewed, evidence examined, leads followed. But investigations take time and rumors spread faster than facts. Online theories and accusations multiplied, but detectives had to focus on what could be proven. What most people agreed on was that the situation had spiraled far beyond where it should have. What began as words online ended with lives lost. That reality left a deep mark on everyone following the case. Some went back and rewatched Ray's final live stream. At the time, it looked ordinary. After the tragedy, it felt like a final chapter. Viewers noticed how confident he seemed, convinced the feud would stay online. But real life doesn't always follow those rules. For Ray's friends, memories were mixed. Some remembered his loyalty and hard work. Others admitted he often spoke his mind without worrying about the consequences. He rarely backed down, and whether that was strength or weakness depended on who you asked. What nobody disputed was that he lived life on his own terms. The lesson at the heart of this tragedy isn't just about social media or pride. It's about choices. Every day people choose how to respond to anger, insults, and conflict. Walking away can feel hard. Staying quiet can feel impossible. But once violence enters the picture, there is no undoing the damage, no restart button, no second chance. For the Johnson family, the consequences are permanent. A brother is gone, a sister is gone, a mother is gone, and a baby will grow up hearing stories about people he will never truly know. That is the tragedy at the center of this case. Not the posts, not the arguments, but the lives lost and the people left behind to carry that loss. Long after the headlines fade, they are the ones still living with the consequences every single day.